I'm Marianne from Palm Beach Therapy and Fitness Providers, and you made a good choice coming here. We're going to have fun, we're going to have a great class, we're going to combine yoga moves, breath, and weights. So if you don't have weights, you can use water bottles or soup cans. Get a little bit innovative. And if you have a block or a book to bring the floor closer to you, that would be a good idea. Also, I have this little padding I got at the dollar store in the gardening department. It's great when you're on your knees and you need a little extra support. So, highly recommend. Okay, so we're going to start with a big inhale, palms up, and exhale. Bring your hands behind your back and get a nice stretch through your tricep muscles. So, inhale and exhale, and bring your hands back, touch your back, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale, touch your back. All right, let's bring those feet wide, and we're going to start by softening the knees and just warming up the hips here. So we're going to move. We'll probably throw in a few cardio blasts too, just to get your heart rate up and just to mix it up. Magical mix, mush mush. Okay, so roll those hips around, bend those knees a little bit, and then reverse. Go as low as you like, and just modify to suit you. If you need to take a little break, do so, of course. Okay, let's bring the arms out to the side and circle, and then reverse. Bringing the left hand down to that left outer leg and reaching up and over. I'm going to bring my head up a little bit so don't strain that side of my neck. And coming back up, and we're going to go to the other side, just nice and gently, just warming up. So it's always good to start nice and easy, and then as you start to warm up, you can deepen your stretch. And then coming up and over again, I'm going to draw that right shoulder into my body so it's not hiking up to my ear. Align my head towards the rest of my spine a little bit better, and then press down through that right foot. Notice how it really activates the side stretch. Okay, while we're here, let's circle our hand around a few times and then reverse. Just warming up the wrist while we're at it and holding the stretch. Engaging through the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha root lock. Come up, please. All right, notice the difference by staying on that side a little bit longer. I'm going to give it a little rub, a little love. All right, let's bring that other arm, left arm up and over, pulling the shoulder down, adjusting my head up a little bit so I don't just dump my head down towards the floor. I'm going to press down now through the left foot and just feel that intensified stretch just by doing that one little movement. And while we're here, we're going to circle that hand and reverse. Okay, and we're going to just bend, dip down into our knees a little bit, and we're going to do the bellows breath or breath of fire quickly through the nose. It's a panting breath, and you can make it go quicker if you like or slow it down. We're going to do it with the twist. So sometimes I do it like this, or like this, or like this. There's all different kind of ways to do it. We're just going to add a little bit of a punch. So it's going to go like this. Strong exhale through the nose and pumping from the belly. And we'll take a little break here and just allow the arms to swing. And again, look straight forward, please, like at the camera or at your computer. Or you can look at the tip of your nose when you're doing this. If you go side to side, you tend to get dizzy, so we don't want that. Let's do another round, and again, it's a pumping, like the bellows up north, stoking the fire. It stokes our empowerment. And I think we'll make that our intention today, to be strong and empowered through everything that's going on in the world, just to be strong warriors, okay? So let's begin again. Keep going. I'm picking up the pace a little bit. just nice smooth movements from the shoulders, and my core is really tight. Really good core exercise. Cleansing all the stale breath. Couple more pumps and release. You might feel a little bit lightheaded. In fact, we'll do a yogic squat here. Just squat down, heels in. Okay, pressing my thighs wide. If you want to come a little bit lower, if you're more flexible, you can come down to a block, whichever way suits you, or just come into Malasana, yogic squat here. I like this pose. We'll do one more round. Just giving you a moment here so you don't fall over on me. You can do this seated too, by the way. All right, last round. Pumping from the belly. Forward arms. Continue, let's do an uppercut. And that's it. Just lean forward, hands on your thighs for support. Big breath in through the nose and long breath out the mouth. With the sigh. Let's do that again. Inhale through your nose deeply. And that's a good breath to wake you up. It'll wake you up, but it will keep you relaxed as well, stimulate you. You can be in a relaxed state of stimulation where it's not agitated, but relaxed. Okay, so coming back up, and let's circle the arms around and forward, and then we're going to sweep them back. Double overarm back. If we were in the pool, we're using a little bit of resistance. So leaning back with your pinky fingers opens up your chest and your shoulders more. If you'd like to, you can add a little bit of a dip here, feet forward, and just push our booty back. I've just noticed I was collapsing into my knees, so I had to make that correction. I'm always making little self-corrections and adjustments. So push your booty back. Remember our little check to make sure that we're not into our toes, knees, that we should be able to pick up our toes when we come down. So right now you should be able to wiggle your toes or pick them up. Okay, just don't want you to hurt your knees over time. And coming forward with the butterfly stroke. So pull that water into your belly. Make it nice and smooth. It's slower in the water. So let's slow motion. There we go. Exhale. Push your booty back. Exhale down. Inhale up. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right. Good job. Okay, then let's reach those arms up, interlace your fingers, press up through your palms, and let's bring our feet together. If you don't feel comfortable, you can do hip socket width. I'm going to bring my chin up, my head back a tad, so I'm not jutting my head forward, and I'm going to lift and lower those heels. Getting a nice stretch here. Notice when you pick up your arms, you automatically feel the stretch through the belly and through the obliques and the side of the abdominals. Side abdominal wall. Up with the heels and down, working those calves and ankles. Good for balance. Okay. We'll do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Let's hold it up. Squeeze your ankles towards each other, your butt, squeeze your legs together. That will help you stabilize. All right. And reach it down. All right. Let's do a forward fold, Uttanasana. If you can't touch the floor, remember you have a block, or just go to your legs. So you're not just hanging in mid-air right now. Your hands on your shin bones maybe, or always above or below the kneecaps. So you don't put any pressure on your knees. So this is halfway lift, when you're lifting halfway up from the floor. I like my hands, even though I can touch the ground, I prefer my hands above my kneecaps. I feel like I can get my spine better and my shoulder blades down and get better alignment. I'm going to soften my knees a little bit so I'm not hyperextending the knees, and I can do that if I'm not careful. A little habit I had to break, and I still fall into it if I'm not paying attention. So hands below your shoulders, and walk it back into a plank, powerful plank. Okay, make sure that your wrists are always under shoulders, that you're pressing into the inner edge of the hand. Think mound of the index, mound of the thumb, and even pressing into your finger pads. I'm squeezing my quads, my frontal thighs, and reaching forward through the crown. And I have to pull my shoulder blades down because they're hiking up towards my head. I don't want to look under my body or my back will round, so I'm kind of looking forward on the floor. So hopefully I look pretty good. Sometimes it's hard to tell exactly how you're looking. If you look in the mirror, you're like, whoa, I'm sagging in the low back, or my butt's too high. So knees down, and let's sit back, or you can stand on your knees if that's not comfortable. We're going to shake out our hands. Let's bring our hands behind our back, interlace, squeeze our shoulder blades together, and we're going to bring those arms up and over. Come into seated umbrella pose. So your palms can start wide. I'm gently resting on the top of my head. Okay, not putting any pressure on. If you put a little bit of pressure, it's okay. It will strengthen your neck muscles. So it just depends on how your neck is. And this is an inversion. The head is below the heart, which is good unless you have untreated high blood pressure, which I would imagine that you've treated it if you haven't. If not, you don't want to do inversions. Okay, just shake out those arms. Okay, so we're going to come into table pose and do some cows and cats, which I love to do. After I tap out the tops of my feet, trying to get some blood down there and just loosen things up at the same time. And then wipe the bottom. Pretend you have gum on the ball mounds of your feet and you're trying to wipe it off. So it's a foot stretch. We need that too. So, okay. Let's curl the toes under now and pull the shoulder blades down and open your cheeks. Your cheeks on your butt, not your face. So stretch them open. And I'm without moving my hands, I'm pressing them back and reaching my chest forward. So it's an intrinsic, non-visual movement, inner movement. Okay, and then toenails into the floor as I take my cat stretch. Everything's squeezing in towards my navel. My chin is squeezing towards my chest. Okay, and then let's go back to an arch, to a cow pose. Curling the toes back under. And toenails into the floor. A few more. Ride your breath, go at your own pace. Feel like I'm taking a nice ride along my breath, the wave of my breath. And toenails under, a couple more. Exhale. And inhale. And now I'm going to curl my toes under and just lift my knees 4 inches off the floor. Keeping shoulders over wrists. Keep pressing into the mound of the index finger, especially finger mounds. So like you're gripping a basketball on the floor, so you don't have all the tension in your wrists. You're dispersing it so your wrists don't get achy and tired. So I'm just hanging out here with my knees off the mat, getting stronger, and then I'm going to lower down. Again, if you're on a hard surface, this is great, or you can do this with you can accordion the mat, and that works good too. If you don't want to mess with that, you can just get one of those things. Okay, sale pitch of the day. Press your hips forward, pull the elbows in to open your chest muscles, and squeeze the pelvic floor, always to bring you out of a back bend. So you don't strain anything, your belly or your back. Coming down here. Okay. We'll just do a little bit of a sun salutation here, modified. Let's press back to downward dog and walk out our doggy, pedal our feet. Just one and the other. Feels really good to wake up our calves. Okay, let's bring I'm going to show you from this. You want to bring the right knee up and bend it, and we're going to circle it back, 4 big circles, 3, 2, and 1. Let's circle forward. I'm going to get my shoulders over my wrists. I find out that they're not quite over, so I made that little adjustment, so I hope you will too. Okay? And we're going to switch. If you have to come down and take a break and shake out your hands real quick, go ahead. All right, I gave you that little break. All right, back to downward dog. Let's bend the left knee, circle back, and again, you can come to forearms or fists, or you can even come to your knees and do this. Okay, one more, and circle forward. So modify if you need to, you'll figure it out, or just eliminate one stretch or one pose if you have to. All right, so walking the hands to the feet, we're gonna round up. We're gonna roll our shoulders back and down. Take a nice little standing cobra, hips forward, elbows in, soft knees, and then use your root lock to come up. Okay? All right, let's walk it forward. This time we're gonna walk our feet forward. We're gonna take some weights. We're gonna over press the hand, so if you, a little bit lighter because of the shoulders, so we're gonna reach it up, come up onto the balls of the feet, bring it down, walk it back, hands to the earth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Do a little push-up here. Come back up. If you need to drop to your knees and do that push-up, go ahead. So it's a little practice one. And then walk forward, 2, 3, 4. Grab your weights, come high onto heels high and weights high, and bring it down into forward fold. Hands to the mat and walk back, 2, 3, 4. A little push-up, I'm modifying with my knees down. Walk it forward, 2, 3, 4. Get the weights, come on up. Lift your heels if you want to, you don't have to. Bring it down and continue. And a little chaturanga dip. Walking forward, 2, 3, 4. If you want a little heavier, you got heaviers. And we're gonna go a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knees down, elbows in. Elbows in gets the shoulders. If you want the chest, do your hands wide. Walk it forward. Come on up. On high heels if you can. And bring it down. Hands down, couple more. 2, 3, 4. Wide hands if you want. Little push up, knees or no knees. Bringing it forward. Coming back up. Bringing it down. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in plank. Do a little chaturanga push-up. Walk it forward, 2, 3, 4. Uttanasana, forward bend. Come on up into tall mountain and down. Good. All right. So empowering practice. So we're just going to keep pressing those arms up. Again, we're using shoulders, so you might not want quite as heavy a weight. Or you can eliminate this. If you have shoulder issues, you can do something else. Do a tricep kickback or do a bicep curl. So be creative. Okay, keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bring our hands to our chest and take a tree pose. Okay, left foot up, or it doesn't matter, you can switch. And let's bring those arms out. And bring that leg out, and arms up to 5-pointed star balance, and to mountain. Good work. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inside out your mouth. Because we're using weights and we're getting the heart rate up, you're probably going to have to use your mouth too, not just all nose breathing. You'll find that one out. So we're going to switch. Hands to heart, coming into tree on the other side. Okay, I'm going to bring those branches up. You don't have to. Extend your leg out into 5-pointed star balance. And bringing it into mountain pose. Okay, well done. So let's grab our block or ball or pillow, or you don't have to have anything. We're going to use this in between our legs and we're going to squeeze it, okay? So we're going to grab our weights. We're going to do bicep curls. Okay, so we're going to come down into a little squat. So bring your booty back again. I don't want my knees to overtake my toes. So booty is back. Ideally, if their knees are over ankle, It's kind of hard to stay there totally, but do the best you can. Okay, I'm going to draw my tailbone under so there's no pressure on my low back. So I'm going to do a little bit of a pelvic tilt here. Tummy is tight. Okay, squeeze. Here we go. Exhale. So I'm looking down at the floor. You want a long, soft neck. And you're squeezing the block as you bring those weights up. Ready? Squeeze. Squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, your butt, whole kit and caboodle. Exhale and inhale. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come on up. Well done. Standing tall. Squeeze that block and release it. Squeeze, 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 and release. Just holding the weights here. We're going to use them in a minute. Okay, adding on for the rotator cuff. Squeeze your weights and bring them out. Squeeze that block. Sorry, squeeze the block, not your weights. I'm holding gently. I've got these old-fashioned heavy hands, and it's kind of nice because you can slip your fingers through them. They're like antiques. Oh, squeeze. And they're easier to hold on to. So because my palms are up, I'm relaxing my fingers so I don't get high blood pressure by keep squeezing my hands. Okay, squeeze, squeeze your tush, the whole kit and caboodle. 4 more. And 3. And 2. We're going to hold 1, hold 1. Extend your left arm out to an angle. Squeeze that block. You're holding the squeeze of the block and the right. We go left and right. How about both? Okay, squeeze the block and release the block, or whatever you've got there. Squeeze and release. 2 more. Squeeze, 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 and release. And squeeze and release. Oh, so let's take a forward fold about halfway down and lightly hold your weights, or you can have fists. I like weight work. It just helps for your bone density, especially as we grow older. So reverse those circles, doesn't matter, we want strong bones. Okay, good job. We can take that block out and we're just going to bring it down over into plank now. And we'll bring our feet together at the center of the mat and you're going to come into side plank. So if you need to modify, you're going to drop that right knee. Okay? So I have both hands on the floor right now, so this is good. Before you lift your left hand up, just make sure you're okay. If you need to, you can always come down to the right forearm, a modification, and come here. Or keep one hand on the floor if you need the help, even your block. So there's a modification there. Okay, so otherwise you're here, then your left hand to your left hip, and then you can bring it up. Okay, good job. Okay, coming onto the knees and just sit back onto your heels. And if this is too hard, you can sit on a block or you can stand on your knees. Otherwise, thunderbolt pose. And let's squeeze those shoulder blades together. Stretch your shoulders out a little bit here. And gently move your head side to side. And let's sweep our chin shoulder to shoulder. I like to stretch my neck out in between weight work because sometimes it can unconsciously get stiff or you're tightening the muscles up and you don't realize it. Okay, so we're going to go to the other side. Okay, so you can keep one knee down, so my left knee, and have the foot here, and remember you can put both hands on the floor if you're not ready to lift the right hand, so just both. Okay, my heel's in line with my hip. Okay, if you can, bring that other foot in front. The more advanced level is to stack the feet one on top of the other, but don't try that yet if you haven't done one foot in front of the other. I'm going to lift up out of that shoulder because I feel like I'm dumping into it. You can have your block here. This really helps a lot to prop you up. If you really can't support yourself and you're just learning this and you don't feel strong enough, you can come out, go onto the forearm or drop your knee. And then go to your hip with that right hand and then bring it straight up. Okay, you can do weight work here, but I'm going to leave that out because I think it's a strong enough pose. Don't want to push it too much right now. Okay, this is an advanced class. It's for everybody. So let's open up the chest again. Okay, we'll come down into table. And we're just going to do a nice stretch. We're going to bring the right toes, point them, and bring them up and over. And bring them out to the side. I need to move my mat a little bit away so I don't clunk into the wall. So bring your leg out to the side, right leg, and then cross it behind. Okay, out to the side, and cross it behind. Out to the side, and cross it behind. And stay here, and just move your hands back towards that back foot and feel the stretch in your right hip. Looking at your back foot, you can feel that right hip stretch. Okay, the other side, just shake it off a little bit. We're going to start with that left leg out to the side, lift it up and over, you're making a V, and look at that foot. So bring it up and forward, about halfway, cross it behind. So you're working that left hip, you're working your shoulder strength. Couple more, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale, and then bring it up and keep it there. And walk your hands a little bit closer towards your back foot, creating a hip stretch in the left hip. So, okay, really good. I'm going to sit down here, come up onto your knees, and we're going to do a camel stretch. Okay, you can do this with the block in between your legs too, so you're activating your quads, opening up that heart chakra, pressing your hips forward. Try to keep the hips over the knees though, lifting up the heart and getting a nice stretch through your abdominal wall. And then coming down into your cat stretch. Okay, we're going to come into Dhanurasana, which is half bow pose. So we're going to bend that back leg and reach across with the right hand, heel to butt. So you're lifting up that knee and pressing the foot into hand. And I just stare at the front edge of my mat. I think it's a little bit better to stabilize myself that way. And go ahead, release. And you're going to switch. So heel to butt, and then you want to lift up that knee. Try to make sure that your shoulder stays over your wrist, and you're pressing that foot into your hand and lifting it. So half bow pose. All right, good job. Into cat stretch. So squeezing the tailbone under, coming into chin lock, walking the hands in, and let's just circle. We're going to take a little bit of a break here, and we'll take a little water break and come back in a few moments. Hi everybody, I hope you had a nice little water break or bathroom break. So we're going to do some glute work, and I'm going to use the weight, you don't have to. And this is one of my favorite ones for the glutes. So I'm going to squeeze that weight in, and let's come down to our forearms, or you can come down to a block. Whatever feels good for you. I think a block's good. Okay, so we really have to squeeze that weight to keep it in there, which is a good thing because it activates your, I'm going up and down, notice, it activates your hamstrings. So we talk and I move, I don't want to waste any valuable time. So you'll start to feel this, my foot's in flexion as well, activates the muscles a little better. Let's go up 2, 3, and down 2, 3. That's it. Up 2, 3, and down 2, 3. Up 2, 3, and down 2, 3, and up 2, 3, and down 2, 3. That's pretty light for me. If you're not feeling anything by now, maybe you need a heavier weight. Maybe you got a stronger butt than you think. So let's go up 2, 3, and down 2, 3. So I noticed that I use heavier on my glutes, and I'll do a lighter. We'll do some fire hydrants, but I'm going to use lighter because I don't want to tighten up my hips very much, and I don't want to be in pain. So I find that I use lighter for my hips. So really important that you notice how you feel after you're, not even after, but while you're working out, and the results of your practice as well. Okay, let's keep this next one up, and we're going to pulse it. Little 4-inch lifts from the top, and you're going to start to feel a good burn. That's really good. We want those muscles strong. I'm even feeling this in my hip a little bit here. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Hold it up there, hold it up there. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can come onto your hands if you want. Do a few chaturanga push-ups if you're getting bored. Can't have that. Okay, couple more. Press through the heels of your hands, and let's bring it in. Okay, we're going to sit back before we do our fire hydrants, giving you an opportunity to switch weights if you want, or you don't have to use them, of course. Everything is an option for you. So hope you're doing great with your practice. I just like to mix it up these days. So I'm going to put my lighter weight in, and we're going to go out to the side, slow and steady, squeezing it, and really feeling it in that outer thigh and your hip. Really important. You can come onto one forearm. This is a little bit more comfortable. You can almost talk and have tea. Up, and watch the down part that you aren't swinging it down. You want to work the leg coming and going, up and down. There you go. Whoa, and did you notice your other leg that you're not working is feeling it too? Oh yes. So let's bring it up and pulse it out. 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoops, holy moly. I'm going to bring that foot forward, so if it doesn't come easily, you're going to go like this into a lunge here. Walking my knee back maybe if you want a little more stretch. And we're going to come down into a lizard pose. So just come down to your forearms. Let that knee, you can press it out to the side if you want, getting that hip stretch. We just worked it, we're stretching it out, so the inner edge of my foot, you may not be able to see it, is off the mat, the big toe side. Whoa. Okay. We're going to move into pigeon before we get on the other side. So, walking that foot across towards my right ASIS bone, my right frontal hip bone. I guess that's the best way I can tell you. And then bringing it down. If that hurts your knee, sit over to the side and bring the foot in a little bit more, or you're going to do it this way. You're going to do the pigeon this way, okay? So just crossing ankle over thigh, and the more you bring your front foot in and your hands in as well, the more you're going to feel that stretch. So this is better for people with knee issues. Woo! Okay, hope you were breathing into that stretch. We're going to take the weight and put it on the other leg, okay? So let's bring it there and go up and down. Again, hands or forearms. You want to give your wrists a break. Forearms are good. So up and down we go, and I hope you remember to flex your foot. Exhale up into the effort. Exhale and inhale. We have 4 more. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out and lift, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and let's hold this last one. Give me those little pulses, 4-inch pulses from the top of the press. 6, ow, 5, 4, comfortably uncomfortable, 3, right, 2, and 1. And let's bring it down. All right, sit back for a moment, take a break, shake out your hands, roll your hands around. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go to the outside. So I'm using my lighter weight here. Going out and in. Exhale and inhale. That's it. Lift and lower, nice and steady. Exhale and inhale. 8 more, 7 more, 6, 5, and we got 4, and 3, and 2, and hold it up there and give me some pulses. That's it. Want to burn it out, want to know that you worked today. Breathing, 2 and 1, great. Take out that weight if you had one there. Bring that foot forward into lunge. Okay, coming down for lizard pose. Got plenty of those here in Florida. Walk your back knee back if you can stretch a little bit more through that back frontal hip. So breathing into it, you can rest here, you can rest your head on the block, make double fists, third eye on top fist, and just breathe into the stretch. This one takes a little time, we're working with hips, so try to resist the urge to go to the next pose and anticipate the movement. Try to stay with your breath. We spend so much time thinking about what we're going to do and what we did, and we really need to slow that monkey mind down and start being present, enjoy our present moment so we don't miss the happiness of our life. And we're going to take it into pigeon. If you have a bad knee, you're going to come into seated. Again, like this. You can do it like this. And again, the more you bring foot and hands towards your butt, the more you feel. And by the way, you're radiating that top thigh forward. That will help the stretch. Or just coming here. Getting a nice little stretch here in pigeon pose. All right, good job. Okay, let's come onto the belly and let's come into Sphinx pose. Think about that for a second. Gently oscillate the head side to side. And then just make half circles, chin from armpit to armpit, shoulder to shoulder. And let's come down into a full body stretch. Crawl your finger pads forward. Try to make yourself as long as you can. And let's just rock our hips side to side, just for a massage here. Okay, bring your hands in towards your body 4 inches. Plug the shoulder blades down the back, and as you pull your hands in towards your body, you're pressing your chest forward. So really feeling it in the upper back and opening the chest. And coming down a little bit more, I'm going to widen my hands a little bit more. And then I'm going to bring my hands back another few inches, come a little bit higher, checking out the low back. How does it feel? Do you need to stay down more? As you come up more, walking my hands back, you can feel it more in your low back. So if you have issues there, you might want to stay lower in seal pose. This is seal. And once you bring your elbows under shoulders, that's Sphinx. And then this is Cobra on the hands. So you can be in a low Cobra if you're not sure about your back today. Start in low, I would recommend, of course. And then you move to a little higher stretch. Always opening the chest. I'm pressing my hands back. And good. All right, that feels pretty good. I'm going to extend my right arm forward, bend that back leg, and bring my heel to my butt. If it doesn't come easily, you can roll onto your right side and maybe have a little bit better success here. Okay, coming back onto the belly, let's switch. Left arm forward, bend that back leg, draw it in towards that same sit bone. And you can come onto your left side. How are we doing over there? And then rolling back. Okay, let's just kick our heels to our butt, get some energy going. Okay, and coming into locust or salambasana. We're going to take our hands and make fists. I'm doing a nice comfortable variation. Bring them underneath your body. So they're going to touch thumbs under the body, but your knuckles are going to be into the mat. Right below your pubic bone. So third eye to the earth, or just if you want to keep your head in total alignment, you can have it a few inches above the floor, keeping it in alignment with the rest of your back. We're going to lift up that right leg. And slowly lower it down. Working low back muscles, not the butt. So try not to engage the glutes, lifting left leg, and bringing it down. Good. So again, we slowly lift up And no dropping. Don't let gravity get you on the way down. So slow it down, coming down. Exhale up into the energy, the effort, and slowly coming down. So let's lift our right leg and hold it, hold it. Let's do some little pulses. And bring it down, and then the left leg, and pulse it. Now we're going to do 4 more. If you can do both, do both. If it's too much on you, do one at a time, okay? So both feet down. Here's one, lift. And let's turn our toes out, heels in, and do little taps. Tap, 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 tap. And we're squeezing the buns together, squeezing our legs together, light taps of the heels. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Take a little break, stretch your fingers underneath you and turn your head to one side. Take a few breaths here. We've got a couple more rounds. We have 3 more actually. Okay? So make fists under your body. Look towards the floor. And if you can, both legs are coming up. Let's bring them wide and then together like angels in the snow. Good. Inhale, open, exhale together. Inhale, open, exhale, touch. 4 more. 4. You're holding one leg up if you're doing one at a time. And 1. Well done. Let's bring the hands under the shoulders. Take another cobra. And we're going to walk back and take a cat stretch. Just before we do our last 2 rounds, just giving you a little break. I'm so kind, right? Okay, walk it out. I want you to be balanced. I don't want you to be hurt. Okay, so let's go again. Really great for your back. We need strong backs. So if you need to rest your head, if you've got a good sized block, you can even do that. So both legs are going up. We're going to do tiny little golf ball sized circles. Try to relax the glutes. Breathe, please. Don't hold your breath. Okay, go ahead, pause and reverse those little golf ball sized circles. 3, 2, and 1. Coming down, we got 1 more round to go. So you're switching legs if you're on 1, or you're going to bring them both up and we're taking them into a gentle flutter kick. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Hands to the floor. Downward dog it. Meet you there. Okay, right leg to the sky. Open up that, bend that knee in half, and press that foot towards your left. As if you're opening a door, opening that hip. Okay, right foot forward, back foot flat. You're going to take your weights. So maybe medium size. We're going to come into warrior 2. Bringing them out to the side, little circles back, little circles forward, and lower the back hand to the back leg, reach up and over, pulling that shoulder down into the socket. That's too much, you can keep the weight at the shoulder height. And make sure your front leg doesn't collapse your knee. Good, so let's just reach it up and down and up and down. And we're going to do a little bicep curl with this. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. So back to warrior 2, and then to triangle pose. Okay, one weight up, 1 down, and then you can extend it. Okay, we're going to come down, release your weights, hands to the mat. Coming back to plank, stay here and breathe. 3 breaths, pressing into the inner edge of the hand, looking forward on the floor. Come on, we're strong and powerful here. Let's press back to our downward doggy. We're going to lift up that left leg now, bend the knee in half, flex the foot, and press it across your other leg, as if you're pressing a door open again. Stretching that hip. We're going to bring it into the chest. You're going to reach it forward. Remember, if it falls short, you're going to just plop it forward. You're going to grab your weights. We're going to come up for warrior two. So, okay, grab this one. I'm going to switch over here so you can see me better and I don't have to have my butt in your direction. Okay, so palms up. We'll do a bicep curl here. That's it. Squeeze those muscles. Squeeze. 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 Reverse warrior. Okay. Back to warrior two. Sit nice and strong. And then we'll come into a triangle, straightening that front leg. You can keep a micro bend in the knee. One arm up, and then over. And then bring your hands to the floor. Yes, we go back to plank. You can hold the weights or not. Might hurt your hands, but it doesn't really bother me here. And we're going to go out, out, in. So you're going to bring your right leg out and in, your left leg out and in. So a little bit of work. Engage your core with this. And then we're going to do some jacks. So if that came easy for you, either a whole plank or you can do modified plank. You can even tap it out to the side. Just better move my junk. Okay, or you have an option. I'm going to let go of my weights here to do some plank jacks. Okay, exhale and inhale. 4 more. Just landing light on my toes, balls of my feet, and 1 more. All right, good job. Slide your hands to your feet, come on up. All right, and we're just gonna march it a little bit. All right, getting some energy going here for sure. We'll do some elbow knee. Let's grab our ladies. And our ladies. Okay, just add a little bit. Elbow knee. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep going. We're going to do a little bit of blasting here, about 30 seconds to each side of the mat. So we've already got 15 here. So breathe out as you lift that knee across and the elbow across. 10 more seconds. 8. You can even add a little hop if you want to bring some more energy with you. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's lose those weights. Okay. Shake it out really good. We're going to face the front of our mat now, and we're going to do some jacks. So you can do it this way. I don't know how I ended so close to the wall. All right, so you can either do half jacks or full jacks. All right, are you ready? Let's begin. Here we go. If you don't have if you're doing this, I'm facing the front of my mat. So we're kind of going to go in all direction just to change the scenery a little bit. If you get tired, go down to low jacks. You have 10 more seconds. Hang in there. Exhale and inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. All right, just tap it out, side to side. Just telling you what the next one's going to be a toe touch with your opposite hand. So you're going to turn towards the side of your mat that you didn't turn towards before. And if you want to power it up, you can add a little hop with the touch. All right, we got all kinds of little things planned. Actually, just coming out of the sky. Okay, let's try this. Okay, a couple more breaths and we'll begin. 30 seconds. Ready? Let's do it. So add that hop if you want more. Keep it going. You can do a little twist with this. That's it. You got it. I know you're getting your heart rate up. 10 more seconds. That's all. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just tap side to side. Little dance, if you will. I'm going to check this music here. Excuse me. There we go. You're still dancing, right? I hope so. Okay, the next one, I don't want my butt to you, but you're going to face the opposite direction. So I would be facing this normally. We're going to do side lunges, so let's just warm up a little bit. One leg straight and the other one's bent. We press through the outer edge of the foot and lift up on the inner arch. So you can just go like this if you want, if to modify, or you can go down here and reach for your shin bone, your ankle, your foot, wherever you can get it. So ready? Big inhale to prepare, and let's begin. Exhale as you touch. Inhale to come back up. Watch those knees. Don't let them overtake your toes. That's it. You got this. We're strong. We got this. I told you we were going to power it up a little bit. We got 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, big inhale. Just walk it out. Oh, that feels good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and let's do some high knees, stretching out the back, getting our energy up. Guess what? We're going to throw in one more blast. That's it, promise you. 1 minute, okay? So you're either going to march or you're going to bring those knees up to high knees. Okay, let's do it. Lightly hold your hand. I'm going to come off the mat because it's curling all up on me. Just going to check that music because it keeps dying. So come on, keep going. You're doing great. Okay, keep it going. 20 more seconds. You see me with glasses now. Okay. 10 more seconds. 9. Come on, let's do it. 8, 7. You got it. 6, 5. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ah. All right. So take a nice big stretch. You did really good. And just pound on your chest. That stimulates your thymus gland and courage. So we're strong warriors. We're here taking care of ourselves. We do that. All right. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Okay, yogic squat if you can. So you can just come onto your heels with each respective sit bone. Try to get your thighs parallel to the floor. You might need your blocks here. I'm on my fingertips. I'm going to bring my hands to my thighs and to my heart. And yes, I'm a little bit wobbly, but it's working. And then we're going to open those legs and sit here in Malasana, if you can do this. If not, you can just sit down on your mat, hands in prayer, pressing my thighs apart with my elbows, forearms. And then if you want to get a better stretch, if you're pretty flexible, you can make fists. That gives you a little bit more room to go wider. There you go. All right. And so from here, we're going to take our peace sign fingers and hook our big toes. Come into a wide boat, and then we'll come into half boat, palms face in, shoulders down. This is good ab work. Then you can try, I'm so shaky right now from moving fast, hands behind the thighs or knees, whatever, and the full boat. So Navasana. And then you can release your arms. You have to stay balanced here. And if you don't, that's okay too. The only place you can go is down, and it's not very far. Let's move into bound angle. Okay, feet together and hands behind to support your back so you don't have to worry about holding up your back. You can just focus now on your hips, your knees. If your knees are hurting, you might want to bring your feet forward a little bit more or a lot more. Okay. Let's grab above the ankles, pull the elbows into the body, come forward looking at the ceiling for a nice back stretch. Okay, clasping the feet, and then you allow yourself to round forward, pulling up on those toes, toes pulling down on your fingers. And then if you wanted to, you could take it into tortoise pose here, sliding your hands under the legs, coming a little bit further forward. Okay. so we're going to sit cross-legged here. And let's come forward for a back stretch. And moving our arms over to the left. Nice hip stretch. And over to the other side. And coming up, let's come onto our back. Grab your knees, your shin bones, and just rock side to side. And let's take a full body stretch here. Inhale, arms overhead, palms facing up. Feel a little arch at your low back. Toes pointing forward. And exhale, flex your feet and press your low back gently into the floor. Okay, let's bring our feet up and slowly lowering down. Hands by your hips. Slowly lowering them down all the way to the mat. Okay, let's take a big inhale. We're running out of time, so we're going to squeeze everything tight, tight, tight. And you contract the muscle and then release. If you contract them first, they'll relax even more. So inhale, do it again. Squeeze everything you own except for your face. You can squeeze that too, actually. And then let it out with a sigh. One more time. Inhale, squeeze, 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 tight, 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 and relax. And just find yourself melting now. Feel like a big sun ray of light is coming in through the crown of the head, illuminating you. And as it moves down your body, it's flushing everything out of your body, from your temples to your toes, and making you feel very peaceful. So invite in the golden white light from above. Ask to be blessed, to be strengthened, to be happy, and staying connected to that higher self, the white light, God, however you envision it. Just stay connected through troubled times, through thick and thin, and happy times. You'll always find your inner strength there. You'll find that warrior. Just know that you are loved, you are cared for. Just feel love and gratitude. Feel as if Mother Earth is embracing you and you're sending her gratitude back. Deep peace within you. Find that deep peace of Shanti. As we connect to Mother Earth, the power of Mother Earth, the Shakti, the feminine energy. And letting your body absorb all the beautiful effects of your yoga practice. Gently put a smile on your face. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a loving hug and a gentle rock. And thank yourself for making it to the mat today. To having the strength and stamina to make it here. It's such a beautiful asset. So be happy, be proud of yourself. You made the right choice. And slowly coming up. And sit in a comfortable position, cross-legged, bringing our hands to our heart in gratitude for whatever we were able to do. So I thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be here, guiding you through your practice. I hope you had fun. I'm sure you did. And love and light to all of you. Peace and happiness. Namaste.